You're back. Good. More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Right, very high. Are you hearing sick beats? Yes. All I need is for it to not be a 1-1. Please don't absolutely screw me over out of 2 really good checks.
What is
Thank
all
you.
of this? The scent, the sound, the air.
What world is this?
What world? The only one, I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
Are we gonna learn about the pale?
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
What do you see?
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough. There is a term of endearment they coined for it in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included.
What is it?
Elysium.
The world needs a term of endearment.
It does. There are those who would call it hell.
Why? What? No. What is hell?
A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the petro-fascists.
Petro-fascists. I don't feel like I've got the whole picture.
Oh, you want a picture of the world? There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit.
How come?
Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
Does she mean literally like satellites? They're struggling to get satellites? Are you going Siberius? Is that what GN means? Is that good night? Because if you are going, have a wonderful night. Thank you for being here. Petro is something about rocks. I don't know even where that was said. Oh, petro-fascists. Inside sideways. What shape is this world then?
We used to think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
ORG, Occident Revachol-Grad.
The coalition?
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big 3 scientific contributors, they're piecing together a dark grey corona.
A dark grey corona? I don't like that.
Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
Alright, hold on. Noob is not in with the hip slang of the internet. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so this is what the images of the world are showing. It doesn't look spherical. It looks pale, covers 72% of the surface. I don't know what pale is yet, but grey flares, even arcs above entire isolas. If there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago. In where? In the blur?
A cold fear seeps into you.
The pale? And what do you mean, corona?
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness.
Oh, corona usually means halo. But it seems a bit more sinister now. Yeah. Okay, so that makes sense because that's what she's saying, right? Wait. They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. It's where the word crown comes from. Ah, it means crown in Greek. We get so much language from Greek. Oh, that's how you pronounce it at least, but it's not a Greek word. I don't really understand.
I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here.
Is she saying it was a planet that got split up and now there's just space in between?
But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together, however naive it may sound.
A fractured corona doesn't feel like it's gonna bring anyone together.
You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco.
I mean, I do like
You'd love
disco. Yeah. Well, if you say it's disco. They named the virus that because it looks like a crown. That makes sense. 2 science for noob. Yep.
See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world, however wasted its opportunities.
The cold seeps into you. The air is heavy with 80% humidity. Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides. The lieutenant observes you both, silently. He adjusts his glasses.
So... Tell me about Pale.
The Pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today. We do have a case to attend to.
No!
Of course, Lieutenant. Let's try something else.
No, I don't want to. I want to know what the Pale is.
I don't think your colleague would appreciate that. He has already been so patient with this whole exercise.
Kim, what are you doing?
Let's continue with something else, all right?
Okay, we have to come back.
You can ask about anything else in the world. Anything.
You could sneak back later when the lieutenant is not here.
Oh.
Unless you can convince him to step aside.
Ask for Kim to step away while you discuss the Pale.
Good idea.
Nice.
Just ask him. He won't make a scene.
Alright, Joyce, we will be back after bedtime. Sexy science time. Maybe we wouldn't need our pants for that. Okay, I'm really glad they had this check here. It's just psyching me out. Yeah, we just sent him off, even though he's just... Alright, hold on. He won't make a scene. Kim, can I just talk to the mom alone for a second?
Fine.
Good lad. Steps away with his notes. I promise I'm not sending you away to talk about pointless things you just stopped me asking.
See? What can he do? You're a grown man.
Now, what is the Pale?
Are you sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed adamant.
I am positive. Yep, what is the Pale?
Okay. The Pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass.
Is it the sea? Right, what is an isla?
Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the Pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7.
So what I'm getting is an isla is an island or a landmass, and the Pale is the sea.
Mundi, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
An insulinde is...
An oceanic isla. It comprises mostly of water. Muindi is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinde the bluest. What can I say? Each is perishing and dear.
So explain to me what the Pale is like, please.
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The Pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
Like space? Does she mean it's like space? Right, yeah, tell me its physical qualities.
It's difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic.
Is that what the anomaly is? A 2mm hole of Pale? Maybe. Maybe it's a bit more like a bunch of continental shelves. The water sits on them, and then between the shelves there's some pale stuff. Seems like a void. Yeah, I didn't know if she was just meaning like air. But it's like air that stops other things. It's like if you had like a placeholder air.
The further into Pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension, right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
I don't understand. Right, is it here?
No, detective. We're safe. It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isla.
And there? To the north?
An uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the Pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world and the Pale is called Porch Collapse.
It kind of feels like a black hole or something. We've found the source of noob mass. It's the Pale. Oh my god, so up north, the Pale meets the land.
Imagine a grey coronal mist, cold vapor, marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism. A mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's
Okay, so it's like a vapor.
the most disco thing you will ever see.
Love the disco. She knows how to communicate with us, does Joyce. So, well, I'm not saying it is a vapor, but it looks like a vapor. That's what she's trying to say.
You hear your pulse rise. The air feels caustic and cold suddenly.
It sounds super apocalyptic. If we're surrounded by Pale, how do you get from Isla to Isla?
Oh, it is so difficult for us.
A squall of birds. Hardware operating in the harbor. Firm. Self-evident.
It is possible to force dimensions on the Pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path. But it is still hard for humans to navigate the Pale without getting lost, or having our minds damaged.
So are you a Pale explorer? The Pale can damage the mind.
Extensively.
How?
Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter.
So right, what I'm noticing about her explanation It sounds very similar to like when we're asleep. Like extreme sensory deprivation. It's always just black, isn't it? And we're apparently just like in nothingness. Maybe it's definitely something to do with our past, right? Maybe we've had our brain damaged by the Pale. Maybe. Is that what you're thinking, Crafty?
They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
Wild theories party, yep. I think because the dreams we have just... Even the voices are just filling the void, right? It's like... I mean, it might not be true, but... Like, I don't know, it's probably the most nightmarish thing that there is.
Who says and who argues?
What? Okay, hold on. Some say damage, others argue. Okay, yep, I like this question.
The logical positivists say, the dialectical materialists argue.
The logical positivists say the dialectical materialists. Okay, I don't know what that one means. What does this over-radiation feel like? Here we go, let's see.
It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of Pale exposure per year.
It's more for her. Way more.
You're not a civilian passenger?
No, Lieutenant Dubois. I'm entreprenetic business class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of Pale transit annually.
Oh, that's really cool.
Someone else you've met may have been exposed as well. The strange grey-haired woman in her lorry.
Ah, yeah. Do lorry drivers pass the Pale?
Yes, carried in the hulls of airships. It's a horrific job. Automation will abolish it soon.
You should ask the Pale driver about this. See what she says.
That's probably also why the harbor's such a big deal as well. Okay. Are you overrated? Overrated? Joyce, you are overrated. Are you overradiated?
Up to my gills, officer.
Oh no. You seem sharp enough.
An acidic smile on her lips. It's getting worse every year.
Damn. Holy shit, this is mad. What is entropinetic?
Entreprenetics is the scientific study of the Pale,
Ooh.
or a recent iteration of it by way of Grad. The study of the Pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain.
I want to know so much. Like, is it spreading? Is it, you know what I mean? Is it taking over the world?
They had not traveled the entire circumference of the Pericarnassian Super E-Solar. It was not merely in the west, it was everywhere, even then, surrounding them.
I just had another thought as well, right? Well, I don't really know, I'm just making things up here, but because the anomaly in the church, right? And like, if we've already had this overexposure, and then remember when we're in the church talking about the face of the window, and it's like maybe we got some flashbacks because maybe when we were drunk or something, we went to the church, and then we got some flashbacks of the terror or whatever, and then associating it with that face, and that's why we keep going, I wish I didn't see this face in here. I don't think that's true, because we've spent a lot of time in the church since then as well, but I don't know, I'm just like, my brain is like buzzing. Did they cross it? The Western Plain?
There are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years.
Okay, so what has entrepreneurs changed then?
Nothing. We remain powerless before the Pale. The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later.
Can they not catch some of it and like experiment it? Aerostatic craft.
Hybrid airships, Detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you've crossed from near Pale to far Pale.
Right.
In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely.
Oh, that's really cool. If we do not?
Then they don't.
So is it the same with the boats? Like, you just gotta set a course straight in the right direction and hope you hit the land at the other side? Or hit the, you know, the other end?
Gone, like a skipping stone beneath the surface.
Shit, so how many people would just be out there lost in the Pale? Oh, that's cool as fuck. How much Pale is there to compared to the world?
The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
Okay, this is what I was asking. Jacob, hello. Thank you so much for the bits. How are you doing? Are you playing this game? Or are you gonna play this game? Or have you already played this game? Because we're in heavy spoiler territory right now. Not playing. Have not played. We are closing in on the end. So, and this is heavy. This is like mind-blowing right now. To me, anyway. But, just giving you a spoiler warning. Because if you are gonna play, yeah, we are near the end. You might disappear. I would recommend, if you are gonna play it, try and not get too much spoiled for you. You have a weird enough time when you go into the hallway here and the door closes behind you and there's no light in there for a moment. Yeah, you get lost. So imagine, yeah, holy shit. This is like insane. I love it. But yeah, if you do take off, Jacob, thank you so much for the bits and I hope you're well. I really hope you're doing well. Alright, I am going to continue now, just so you know. Oh, thank you. Thanks so much. Bless ya. I'll be back. Well, if we are finishing soon, we're going to be playing something else soon, so you are more than welcome, obviously. But thank you so much. It's such a shame I didn't get those alerts working. There will be new games soon. Jacob came in through the streamer and the streamer was like, yo, you better leave. It's for your own good. I'm protecting. Well, but yeah, I will for sure be playing some other things soon. I had no idea we were so close to the end. Well, I still don't know how close, but we seem to be close. I can't believe this streamer. You turn up with bits and she tells you to get the fuck out. No. I didn't. I'm being nice. Alright, okay. Let us continue with this mind-melting science. Okay, so let me just reread this. I got very distracted. The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping. Yeah, this is the question that I was asking before about, is it growing? Slipping how? To our detriment, or?
What do you think, Detective?
Yeah, I think that we're going to be swallowed up by a void. It's growing. There's more and more of the Pale.
Precisely. One of the few measurable effects of the Pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate.
Oh, I really want to get in on this science. Like, surely there's ways they can measure it, and like, oh, that's really cool. It's so mysterious.
An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the Pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
I mean, that was my first thought. I don't think I'm an extremist. I might stay silent here. No, I don't think it's extreme. I guess you maybe already did get in on the science if you count knocking down the church accidentally. Yeah? Yeah, and it's growing. Right, so if you think we're apparently kind of as far away from it as you can get right now, right? Ish. And it's growing a new source. No, a new like egg. Like point. What's it called? Like a origin point thing.
Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge.
Yeah, right here in the middle of the safe zone. Like maybe it's gonna start growing from here too. And right, okay. I didn't expect this to get existential, right? But living in a world like this, and like so much of the shit that's going on, and it's like, how can you be bothered? There's a void right out there. Like, it just makes human problems feel so tiny. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what everybody needs to be rallying together to survive. Not starting wars. Jesus.
I suggest you do the same.
I do understand that people would need to ignore it or downplay it just in order to live without being so scared. Gulp.
It doesn't look like you're doing the same. The suggestion was meant in earnest, Detective. Live life.
Exactly, yeah, that is good advice. Maybe it's a metaphor for all the huge problems in the real world that get very little attention against silly little human things. Yeah. Live, laugh, love. I mean, it's basically like... It's kind of like an extreme version of climate change or something. Except it's in a like it's manifested itself visibly. But even then, the people aren't that bothered about it. Joyce is a hipster. At least climate change isn't a big deal, right? If you ask exactly, and this is exactly what it's saying here too. Oh, okay, this is making me mad now. People are the same, no matter what planet you go on.
Yes, sweet reality. But before we do, tell me, Detective, is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
She knows that we have like pale poisoning. Sometimes sends vague shadows of a past, and it's not good.
Then tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
Oh, terrifying. Disco will end all life. We continue to persist at all is a testament to our faith in one another. Its advance can only be stopped with immediate, total, ruthless communism. A powerful anti-communist force, perhaps too, but it's not political, man. I'm worried, I have to say. It doesn't sound very liberal to me. I don't know how you've all survived with it. It's a huge accomplishment. Who am I to think anything of it? I like that. Climate change is the first thing that came to your mind when you heard about the Pale, yeah? Oh, I love it. This game's amazing. I didn't even think it would like, yeah, it just says so many things, doesn't it? You were reading a book on trust recently for your PhD, and the author developed a theory that we all live in trust that the day will go on and routine will continue. We trust the normal because we cannot live our life in existential dread. Yeah, yeah, I totally understand that. Especially, I feel like I've dipped my toes a little bit in existential dread, and there's nothing good to come from it, you know? Like, except from finding a good purpose. But, you've heard things like that plenty. Yeah, it's like, it's kind of a theory that I have about certain things that I'm not going to get into, but yeah. Right, I'm stuck between it's terrifying, it will end all life, and who am I to think anything of it? I'm going to say it's terrifying. I think that sums it all up, really. They come and like they're making the theory into a formal academic, proper science thing. I don't know what the word for it is, clearly. Okay. She knows.
Your ailing constitution, sweaty forehead, the beads there, and your heavy breathing.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective. If you don't know even this, then...
It's under control. It's not going to be a disaster.
I hope so. I truly do. If I may suggest, hold on to your colleague, Kitsuragi. I ran a check on him and he is very competent. In the meanwhile...
He is. He's best been.
Some of that assurance is meant for herself, as much as it's meant for you. She must have a lot on the line here.
You have me. I will assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
Nice, we got another skill point.
Good. You have not passed out from it. Perhaps I worried for nothing. Are we still on the reality lowdown, or should we do actual police work now?
Did he think I was gonna pass out from learning about the Pale? You needn't have worried.
But I did. Anyway.
Damn it, you're a grown man, the lieutenant thinks. Shouldn't have gotten protective hair.
No, it's okay. Oh. Sorry, Kim, I didn't mean to belittle ya. Yeah, Kim's like, can we please solve a murder now? He was worried about us and I just shut him down. I didn't mean to say it in a nasty way. I was just saying I'm okay, you don't need to worry. I was reassuring him, you know, but... Sorry, Kim. Some more reality lowdown.
I am happy to oblige.
So the other one, right, yeah. I don't think this is going to unlock again. Let's just conclude for
Glad
now.
to have been of assistance. The little that I know.
Let's not quite
Anything
talk
else?
about Everett yet. Alright, and we've got...
Bankruptcy sequence.
Okay, I just wanted to see what this one was. This was literally a curiosity.
It's easy. You just need to move on. Like a plague of locusts. Like a fucking plague. Failure is a core tenet of liberalism. When life closes a door, it opens a window. And if the fall is too steep, use the fire exit. Run to the roof. You always have that airship on the dock. The most important thing is to keep moving. Keep dreaming. The auditors cannot get to you if you keep running. Very, very fast. From one fuck-up to the next.
Alright, so this one gives you 1 real every time you fail a white check. That kind of sweetens when you lose a check. But, yeah, if you got this early, you would be rolling in cash, yes. I feel like this late in the game, it's not very useful. But, this came from the man in the container, though, so you would have had to have got in there. Oh, it's only only intellect? I never even get intellect. Oh, right, hold on. Intellect is blue, right? So, logic, visual calculus. Them's the only ones I can remember. And them's the ones you don't want to fail also. Yeah, a quarter of checks. Yeah. Oh, right. Logic, encyclopedia, rhetoric. Oh, we would have earned so much money. How many rhetoric checks did I lose? Drama, conceptualization, visual calculus. We would have been so rich. Yeah, it wouldn't have helped super intellect sassy, but I could have been rich. Okay, so that's... No, these were already re-unlocked. I just hadn't gotten rid of them. Okay. Oh, why is that unlocked? Shelf of paranormal books? We can do that. That was crazy. Thank you for making sure that I got to have that conversation. Because imagine if I got to the end of the game without having that. That was excellent. Like, my brain doesn't quite know what to think of it. In a really good way. That's like... But sometimes when it's things like this, all I can think is, how did they come up with this? It's really clever. And it's a very cool world. And it makes me wonder if there's gonna be sequels. Okay. Like, the world building in this game is insane. Oh. Oh no, I need to talk to her.
Good morning! Yeah! HajdaH!
It's not what I was aiming for.
Yes, what is it?
Alright, that didn't give us anything about the hole in the world.
Welcome back.
Right, that didn't give us anything for these guys. So let's go to the bookshop. I wanted to check how much the board games were anyway. So, if we go to the bookshop, see if we can do this skill check. We can kind of start deciding on what we want to do with our points. It removed the penalty. Oh, did I have a penalty? It was still quite low. Should I check again? It's difficult to kill 12 hours in this game. Yeah, the chances are still low. Oops. I've still got things to do for now, and I've still got some time passing things. Can you go to bed? Oh no, I mean, I need to be awake on the night time. But there's still a couple more things I can do in the meantime. Oh, I'm trying to think what I want to do now with my skill points. I'd like to do the Kim logic. Kim's so blurry. Look at how fast he's running. It makes him blurry. Because if I can get my gun back, I can radio the police people as well. Gone the wrong way. Did it not unlock her check either?
Hello again, sir.
No, it didn't. So, that thought that says all motorics white checks unlocked it just didn't work. It unlocked 2, and then it just skipped a few of them. That's really annoying. Right. Where's this check at then? Is it up here on this shelf? Oh. Everyone knows the most interesting thing about fascists was their magic.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Alright, I've got more clothes. Inland Empire. I've certainly got more clothes, right? Yeah. This. What colour is in? It's purple. Inland Empire. Wait, I don't have any more Inland Empire? I really thought I did. Okay. Or maybe it was a pair of those sunglasses
This
or something
bookstore is not
outside.
strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range. The throbbing in
Yes.
your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pearl.
You're off to bed, Mark. Have a good night. Thank you for being here. We'll see you next time. Right, so what is this book about?
The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the pearl, also known as le territoire.
Sounds dangerous, especially when science doesn't know much about the pill.
For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near pearl. Even better if you can find someone else, preferably a large man dressed in nothing but a towel, to thrash you while you're spread naked and helpless on a cool slab.
Wow. Alright. What's this supposed to do for us exactly? Thank you so much for the stream. Thank you, Mark. Pain threshold is into one extremely particular thing. Yeah. You are right there. I'm gonna say it sounds painful.
It is supposedly invigorating and good for the circulation.
Ah, good for the circulation. That's what it is. What else?
It also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the pearl. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the pearl and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired.
Alright, what does it do?
Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health.
But livers restore themselves without alcohol?
That seems improbable.
I should probably get my hands on some of that. Let's say, how is that possible?
Is it any more improbable than anything else that human beings put their faith in?
Fair enough. What else?
For general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the pearl, though a sidebar cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour. These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude. Nudity figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions.
Imagine if you're just lost in the pale Then you stumble upon a naked man. That's probably happened to someone in this world. You're not sure about the liver healing powers of the pale, but I would imagine that making some non-alcoholic thing pale infused is probably a better way to attempt to apply that method. Yeah, you would think, Crafty, right? You would think. Maybe it just, right, because isn't the pale, it turns matter into just neutral shit. So maybe it just neutralizes the alcohol, so you're just drinking water. And then the liver heals itself.
This is exactly what you need. Entroponetic nudism? That's insane. That's beyond dangerous.
Anything else of note?
There's an entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations.
I want to hear about it. Should I say I probably need that?
Excuse me, sir. I believe you've been perusing that particular volume long enough. If you'd like to continue reading, I must insist you buy it.
Do you know what? Actually, this is quite funny. She was kind of in my dream last night, but she was crossed with someone from a tutor from college as well, who looks a lot like her. It was really weird. This sounds like those healthy apricot seed snacks, which say, do not eat more than 10 in a day. Start off eating 1 or 2. They are super healthy and will cure like 500 things wrong with you, though. Okay. I mean, that's not the most interesting book in here, I don't think. Can we still do this
Several
check?
maps. The maps look old and faded.
No. Let me check these, because I don't remember.
Shelves full of biographies of famous people.
The Greatest Innocence.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels.
There's nothing we can buy there. I'm just looking to see what our options are if we would like to buy something.
The display rack is brimming with worn. This is entirely, completely you.
Alright.
You have found the right books.
So these books cost quite a bit. Even though she doesn't like them. Apricot cores contain cyanide, by the way, which is why they have to tell you not to eat so many. Yeah, I knew about apple seeds. I did not know that apricot cores do the same thing.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
I could buy this Suzerainty board game. Play it with Kim. Let's see what we've got left to do then. I'm gonna reassess where we're at and then probably end the stream for today, and then we can, the next stream we can just try and finish the game, I guess. Right, they're done, sorry. It's just the stuff in the church, really. I might go and do the check with her and then put another point in logic so that I can then do Kim's logic check and then end it for today. We've got 3. We could potentially get another one because we're going to be doing this task. We're going to be doing both of these. Oh, is it not going to tell me when? So it's like 8 AM plus 8 hours. 8 plus 8, 16. 4 PM. Okay. And this one's 10 at night. that's kind of everything we've got. We could do some more. I wouldn't mind doing the door, but then that would use one of the skill points. Because we'd have to forget something else. I would just forget the one we just did, the bankruptcy one. And do the door one. Let's go and fail the logic check. Oh. I saw a thing. A message has been carved into the wall. Transnation. Eknation. So we're finding all this stuff now about Thingy von Eck. Which has been there all along, but we didn't have context before, which is kind of a really cool way of doing it in the game. Like, isn't that what real life's like? You can walk through somewhere you've walked past a million times, but because you've learned something new, you suddenly recognize something. They've got a really neat way of showing that in this game. A really weak nay, I know. Sorry, Roz. Oh, is there any more words for her? I don't think there will be. No? Okay. Logic with Sona, and then logic with Kim is the plan for today. Can't believe we've nearly finished the game, you know. It hurts. I wonder if I can summon the crab man again. Talk to him about the pail.
Yes, what is it?
Alright, hold on. I need my logic clothes on. Since Kim made me change out of them because I looked horrible, apparently, like a fascist. Right, I'm actually wearing my logic top. Have I got any? Yes, I have logic glasses. Oh, I have a logic hat. Holy shit, we've got so much logic clothes. We don't have logic pants. There we go. Okay. Let's see what our percentage is. Oh, 72. Okay. 72, and then we are going to put a point in logic anyway. So we have another go when this one fails.
You don't have to. You already have. A long time ago.
What did right, I've got this problem where I don't read what the what the check was actually about. I only read the percentage. Sooner. It's the origin point of the pail.
What?
The swallow. It's how it starts. It's a baby pail.
But Pale isn't here. We're thousands of kilometers from the edge.
A theory about the hole. That's right. Thank you, Fede. You're saying that, but I'm saying this is a baby pail.
That comforts her.
Pale is only an effect, a transition between the world and that. So this is like the pail without the pail? It's just a theory, a whole theory. We are 20 meters from the very edge.
She looks up into the darkness under the nave, then back at you.
The pale is only in effect a transition between the world and that.
Then what is that?
That is the void.
It's nothing. No, it's less than nothing. No.
It's less than nothing. The final rest state for reality. Imagine if all this never was.
Then the pale is...
Simply a gradient.
But the gradient, it clearly hasn't started yet. We're here and the pale is not.
Yeah, exactly. When this gets larger, it will become a pale. The pale is the gradient. Yeah, I understand that.
I understand. A theory of the pale where instead of an outer ocean, it metastasizes. Like a cancer or a mold. Erupting in points inside the world.
I feel a lot less bad about getting those signatures now, I gotta say. This is one of those places.
According to this, how long?
Until it starts swallowing. It's already started. Starting with sound.
And information.
Yeah.
Causing data losses in the East Insulindian front. Have you considered why it's formed in a church? And also when or how it might start growing, or if it has other effects in addition to sound and data?
Nope, I am not a scientist, but I imagine the church is a coincidence. Although, that's a sorry coincidence because you don't need, unless it is Dolores herself, just sick of everyone's shit. Here, have my baby pale.
An intellectual hunger fills her now, casting fear aside.
I also have a question, since we are piling them on. How do you know this? I'm not doubting you. I'm simply curious as to how a detective of the RCM
Knows how to think this.
You've had this conversation with her without the whole nightclub deal. You feel so much better now. It all goes full circle. I think I've had this thought before, that's how I know.
an amateur anthropomedic police officer. I'd like to say I've heard stranger things, but I'm not sure. This is a hell of a guess, however. Well worded, I might add.
Yes, it is very interesting. But I wouldn't say you know. This is a guess. One that's going to have to be proved by anthropometric scientists.
Okay, it's one of those things where it needs to be proved, but we're pretty sure, yeah, it is. It didn't form in a church. The church formed around it.
Of course! A pine wood sarcophagus. Or a containment facility of some kind. Built by the first settlers.
Or it could be a coincidence.
Yes, but still, I have considered the same. And the bad news is, there were 7 such pinewood churches built in the first decade of provincial settlement.
Oh.
Most of them were burnt down during the revolution, or repurposed before, during the suzerain. I'm not saying all of them have one in them, but...
That would be bad.
Some of them might. A black grain hanging in the air.
That would be really bad. I don't think this is causing all the failure in Martinez. I'm gonna go on to one day all the world will be like that 2mm hole.
She falls silent. The wind blows in through the hole in the stained glass window, cold and moist.
I'm going to leave that out. But the rest, some of this I can use to start to explain this to the rest of the team. Maybe I'll sound mad, but...
This is it again, the contrast between this little thing could actually end the world. Well, it is, it's the future of the world. And yet it comes back down to human problems. At least now I have an explanation to tell my team why our project failed, you know? It's crazy, it's like perspective. But again, it makes sense to the discussion earlier where it's like, we can't think about that because it's too much to think about. If you look back at our first conversations about the game in Discord, some things you said will make more sense. Not the redacted stuff, yeah. Or I may look, or I may save it now because I'm definitely probably gonna finish on Thursday. But I will look forward to reading the whole channel back again.
Man, you will certainly sound mad.
Yeah.
One more thing. Maybe a club for anodic music isn't the worst thing you can erect around this particular point in space.
Why do you think that? The club is the only thing keeping this place and the rest of reality together. Actually, now that I think, maybe it's dangerous. I mean, at least it absorbs the music, but I'm gonna say maybe it's dangerous.
Maybe, but
Yeah! Once the light is on in the universe, it will never go out.
Thank you, HajdaH. Let's leave it at that, shall we? We have an anthropogenic detection to perform in this district.
Oh, that was sick. I'm so glad we've solved the mystery of the hole. There's so many mysterious holes in life. Hardcore light universe. We got another one. Cleaning out the rooms. Oh, see, I feel like this could be a good one. Everybody loves a mysterious hole, you know. Have you ever played a game without a mysterious hole? I don't think I have.
Good morning! Yeah!
So this, this doesn't get us any closer to this. Oh, his is still locked.
Oh, hey, goodbye, officer.
Welcome back.
I really want to get this music sorted out.
Good morning! Yeah! HajdaH!
We've still got one more point to put into interfacing. But we're not going to get much of a higher thing, right?
Here's an idea.
Fuck.
Say what you said before, the exact same thing. Or wait, say something that's only marginally different. It will yield a drastically different outcome.
Okay, what was that quote I said the other day? Fucking go ham on the soundometer. Dude, you gotta reroute the sound juice through the fluxifier.
The fluxifier? Where is
Fire.
that?
Oh god, I'm not gonna turn some knobs at random. Maybe it's just top secret cop tech.
Top secret cop tech! Mega cool!
Mega cool!
You gotta bring us some, big sheriff. The future of hard sign depends on it.
Don't listen to him. He's making shit up. There's no top secret cop audio tech. There's other top secret spying on people tech, most likely. But cops don't care about music.
Okay, so that's... Oh no! I was joking! It wasn't a lie, it was a joke! Oh, I made it worse. I don't think we're gonna get to finish this tune. So... anything we get that adds another buff is gonna unlock it again. That's why I did that there. I'm just gonna step outside so I can hear myself think. I do like the music, you know. It's good. You're just thinking the noob hasn't been streaming for 9 months. And the bot is alive for less than that, and there are already half a year's worth of quotes. Some streamers take 2 to 3 years to reach a year's worth of quotes. So ahead of the curve. What's a year's worth of quotes? Would that be like 300, like 1 for every day? I am very, very grateful for you guys making the quotes. It's really funny. 365 quotes, cool. I thought that's what you meant, but I thought I'd better check. Right. So we've still got our 3 skill points. And I think what we've got left to do is to just pass some time for a while until we can get our dice, see what checks that opens up. Yeah, you made some quality memes out of them. Yeah, they are freaking hilarious. They make me laugh a lot. So yeah, I would think, so if I end it here now, the next thing we've just got to do is pass some time, which we've got different ways of doing. I might buy that board game. We can read the, oh wait, look at Kim's glasses. Oh, I can't get it more close up. Kim's glasses. I suppose we are shining a torch directly onto the side of his face, but still, like, where's his head? It just looks like a brain with some glasses on. Kim's like, I can't look at you, you're wearing that again. That's true, every time. Okay, so pass some time until 4 PM when we can go and get our dice, and then we can reassess what we're going to do with our points, I think is the plan. And then we can spend some more points, and then we can pass some more time to get to the night where we've got 2 things to do. We've got to go, oh no, we've only got 1 thing to do. Go and get our gun back. We don't need to go and see Joyce because Kim kindly stepped aside. And then we can get our gun back, go to sleep, and then go and finish it off the next day. But yeah, I think we've got plenty of ways to pass the time. We can read them books, we can play a board game with Kim, we can read the case files. I think that's what we'll start with. And then we can talk to the drunk man again. We can talk to Morel and his wife about phasmids. That's all the ways I can think of right now, but that's the plan. So thank you everybody. Let's end this